Global stock markets seem to have been on steroids since April 2020. After touching a multi-year low in March 2020 thanks to COVID-19 woes, equity markets across the world have largely bounced back in a stunning manner. The surge in stocks has happened due to excess global liquidity pumped in by the governments and central banks across the globe through stimulus packages. Since the economy was at a standstill, a lot of this liquidity has found its way back into global stock markets. This led to a massive surge in the wealth of investors, despite the economies across the world being in tatters and the continued onslaught of COVID-19. The best way to gauge the investor wealth is the market capitalization of all firms listed on a particular exchange. And in this video, I'll take you through the top 10 exchanges in terms of their market capitalization. But first, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell icon to stay across the latest videos from Kalkine. Economies across the world have enjoyed somewhat of a V-shaped recovery in 2021, and that's been reflecting in many of the world's top exchanges. Let's now run through the top 10 by market cap size. Number 1, the New York Stock Exchange. It's a no-brainer that Wall Street would feature prominently when it comes to the size of the exchanges across the globe. The NYSE is perched at the top, with a total market cap of a whopping $24.94 trillion US. Investor wealth at the NYSE is 19.1% more than the total gross domestic product of the US, the world's largest economy. The exchange is also home to some of the most prominent benchmark indices across the globe, including the Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500, and the NYSE Composite. In at number 2 is the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations, commonly known as the NASDAQ. The fellow exchange of the NYSE from New York City is in at the second slot. The total market cap of the exchange, which denotes investor wealth, is worth $20.87 trillion US, roughly the same size as that of the American economy. The exchange is home to some of the most prominent tech companies across the globe, some of which are worth over $1 trillion US as well. In at number 3 is the Shanghai Stock Exchange. China was the only major economy not to witness a recession in 2020, despite being the origin of the global pandemic. The country's stock exchange, the Shanghai Stock Exchange, is the world's third largest exchange, with listed companies on it worth $7.63 trillion US. That's thanks to some of the largest banks in the world calling China home. However, unlike the NYSE, the Shanghai Stock Exchange is only around half the size of the Chinese economy. At number 4 is the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, or the HKEX. As the name suggests, it's located in Hong Kong and its overall market cap stands at $6.83 trillion US. Being an autonomous region with little natural resources, investor wealth at the SAR is 20 times the size of its GDP. Halfway down the list at number 5, Japan enters the frame with the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Japan's premier stock exchange is home to one of the most looked after benchmark indices in the Asia-Pacific region, the Nikkei 225. The market cap of all the companies listed on the exchange stands at $6.54 trillion US. The stock exchange in the country seems to be overheated, as the equity investor wealth in the Far Eastern nation is 30% more than its economy's size. Our first European entry comes in at number 6, the Euronext exchange. It's a pan-European exchange group operating stock exchanges in Amsterdam, Brussels, Dublin, Lisbon, London, Milan, Oslo, and also Paris. In May 2021, it had nearly 1,900 listed issuers worth $5.85 trillion US in market cap. Number 7 is the Shenzhen Stock Exchange. This is yet another exchange from the world's second largest economy, China, which has made it into the top 10. The stock exchange is worth $5.72 trillion US, almost one-third of the size of the Chinese economy. At number 8 is the London Stock Exchange. Based in England's city of London, the stock exchange was founded during the Industrial Revolution in 1801, making it one of the oldest stock exchanges in the world. The value of all the listed companies on the LSE stands at $3.82 trillion US. Toronto Stock Exchange. In at number 9 is the Canadian-based stock exchange located in Toronto. The listed companies on the exchange are worth $3.18 trillion US dollars, or just 1/7 of that of neighbouring USA, but still making its way into the top 10 of this list. And lastly, there's the National Stock Exchange based in Mumbai, a major financial hub of India, which is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. NSE is a sure shot entrant in the top 10 list globally. It was formed in 1992 as the country's first dematerialised electronic exchange. There's over 1,700 companies that are listed on the exchange, and they're worth $3 trillion US dollars, more than the economy of the country. That's not all though. The NSE has been the world's largest derivative exchange in the world for the second consecutive year in a row. And just to put these things in perspective, the Australian ASX market cap sits at just over US $8.25 billion. By no means a small amount, but paling in comparison to the top 10. Hope you enjoyed that insight, and if you get some value out of it, let us know with a like, share, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon to stay across the latest videos. For more info, head across to kalkinemedia.com. I'm James Preston for Kalkine.